All
I'm
right.
ready whenever you guys are, man.
I am ready as well.
You good to go, Warren?
Yep.
You excited? He's
So
like, I ain't
excited.
even want to answer that.
All right, here we go.
Yep, I can hear it. Yeah. It has been a long time since I've seen this movie.
Honestly, the last time I saw it was Last Drive-In when they did the special for it. So that was almost 6 years ago.
Yeah, I don't even know if I watched that.
I mean, I've watched the remake, a lot,
Yeah, same.
more recent than this one. So
I'll take a look around. I don't see any.
Didn't hear you. I was just cleaning up.
I'll fill it up and check the oil and water.
Give you what I got. Ain't got much. I'm just closing down.
Morning. Don't you mind them. They just want to play. Beauty.
Yeah, they don't want to play.
That's it. You know this place around here, the desert?
Why? Hey, mister, you got a bathroom around here?
Yeah, round and back. Round and back.
I need to make a litter dump. You got a place to throw some trash?
Oh, hell. Use a whole damn desert for all I care.
Oh,
dude's just had enough.
You have your key?
Yeah,
How my two baby girls doing?
Fabulous.
that's a good looking mustache right there. I tell you.
Gotta love the porn stash.
Listen, if he's not back here by 11 o'clock, we'll go out and meet him, okay? Sleep well.
I don't really understand why it's so hard for you to say we might be in danger.
I know, right? I didn't want them to worry. Well, now they're gonna die, dude.
You could have prevented this, you dumb motherfucker.
Whoa, Black Betty, Brambalam, whoa, Black Betty.
That'd have been great.
That would have been fucking fantastic. That kid looks like he's worried about his mortgage.
Yeah. He was laying there like, so if 3 times squared equals dx, then what the fuck am I doing here?
Hey, okay. Where the hell are you going with my baby?
The hell out of the way, bitch.
Oh my god. I mean, none of this makes any sense. Like, you slid her the knife instead of just walking over to him and stabbing him in the neck. I don't understand any of this logic.
Don't go, baby. Don't go away.
I would have started laughing immediately if I was her. We would have had to do this take about 70 times. As soon as he rolled her over, my hand was on my face. You gotta stop blocking your face. Look, y'all want to be here all night, or y'all want to get this done? The magic power of blankets, apparently.
Right? Never you mind the fucking hole in her stomach.
Get her inside and see to your mom. Oh my God.
Does the exact opposite of what he told him to do.
Yeah,
Defiant little shit.
He only took care of 50% of that shit. Yeah. Get her inside. Left her outside. Check.
Sneak attack.
Yeah.
Beast 1,
What?
Random Planet 0.
Like Beast was cool and like just kind of observe until he saw the baby. Then he was like, "Oh, okay, time to go to work."
Yeah. Now this is where Beast calls in for backup. Think I'm joking.
I'm not gonna be able to do this alone. Just gotta hold out till they get here.
Jesus.
You smacked me for
heard
it.
you tried to run away.
What are we gonna do? They got food, ammo, they killed Dad and Lynn, and they got the baby, and they're gonna be back. What are we gonna do?
What a way to formulate a plan. Let me tell you everything wrong that has happened so far to this point as a reminder that we are hopeless.
That we
will
are
all die.
fucked.
Don't answer, Papa.
This is the mustaches on the case music.
Yep.
He is Max Vermillion.
Mustache.
The only thing he serves up is justice.
Fucking getting rocked.
Like, whoa, I wasn't expecting it to be that easy. I thought I was going to have to cuss you out and some other stuff first.
right.
Oh, okay. Jesus. Using Mama as a decoy. Yes, we can.
It's what she would have wanted.
It's probably is how she would want it to go.
Yeah, this is what she wanted. Trust me. She wanted to be blown up as a decoy. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm gonna say every parent would love that. Even after they were gone, they were able to protect their children. So
Yeah, absolutely.
even if it meant being blown up
Makes
as a
sense.
decoy.
Yep.
Michael.
He had the very first Achilles injury before sports started making it happen.
Yeah, right.
He was like, "What, you came back from round 2?
Killed you, bitch.
Oh, you want some more? You want some more, motherfucker?
At least your heart
I don't
gets
think you
me.
will.
Puke here. I'll strangle you with your own guts.
He was like,
struggling, player.
If you can catch me first, come on back this way, player. Got a little something for you back here."
Got him.
You got the neck, player. Got the neck. Nah, you trying to do that? I got full guard right now. You ain't getting nothing. That was for beauty. Justice has been served. From the
Gotcha.
top rope.
Mustache with the rock from the top ropes.
Squealing like bubbles from the Trailer Park Boys. Boop.
That's a good fucking throw.
He said, "Mustache throw."
She's gonna grab the snake, hold it up, slap it 6 times, and then throw it at the bad guy so he's pissed off.
There we go.
Just eat it at him. He's like, whatever. Just bites the first thing he sees.
Jesus, he's like aging right before our very eyes. Grays popped up in there. All kind of stuff going on.
Jeez. By the time he's done, he's got a full beard. Boom.
All this screaming, she just gave away our position.
Right? Fucking dumbass. Shut the fuck up.
But she knew exactly where to be.
Body slam.
Oh, yeah. The spine on the pine. That, Brenda, was the story of how I met Ruby. She's been working at my
We married
practice.
2 weeks later.
She's been working at my practice ever since. May not have been pretty. No matter how it gets served up, still justice.
This is We're Gonna Make You Watch.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of We're Gonna Make You Watch. I am Brian. With me, as always, are my good friends Isaiah and Warren. And in this episode, we forced, definitely against his will, Warren to watch a Wes Craven cult classic from 1977. We made him watch The Hills Have Eyes. But before we get too far into it, how have you guys been the past few days?
You know, not a whole lot's really happened because last episode we recorded was about a week ago. So,
Right, yeah.
been getting ready for the 4th because that's coming up here at the time that we're
Gonna
recording.
blow
this.
shit up.
I personally don't because I've seen people hurt themselves, so I don't partake in blowing shit up. I just like to watch shit get blown up and watch people be stupid at a distance. But no, it's gonna be another vacation, so it's gonna be another week off of work. So we're going up to the cabin.
Very cool.
I know I was telling you guys about how I was backing up episodes of The Last Drive-In, so I'm getting those all put on a external hard drive. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of watching on the projector some Last Drive-In.
Oh, very fun. Very fun.
Bringing my Steam Deck, so I'll be doing a lot of gaming too during that week because my wife has to still work, so she's working remotely.
Oh,
But I have off, so I'm gonna be doing whatever the fuck I want, basically. So,
right on. Okay.
besides
Nice.
that, I've been just kind of getting things caught up here with the podcast, with the videos, trying to get ahead again. And yeah, I haven't really had time much for gaming other than the one quick game of Killer Clowns that we played earlier today, and then they have AEW Fight Forever for free on PlayStation, so I downloaded that and tried that out. I didn't really care for it that much,
I have
but
to check that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to download that and at least have it in my library.
right.
Is that with the regular basic PlayStation Plus account?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Then I'll get it because I don't have I just have like the first level tier. I guess there's like 3 tiers of that.
Yeah,
the
they did the
version.
basic, then the extra, and then elite or something like that.
Yeah,
It's-
I got basic bitch PSP or
Same,
PlayStation Plus.
same.
Whatever.
Same.
Yeah. Okay, very cool. I'm gonna have to download that. Yeah, because I've been wanting to check it out.
Yeah, I mean it's all right. It's a little interesting to try to get used to. I mean it plays a lot like No Mercy and stuff like that. It just
Yeah.
playing SmackDown or the WWE games recently in the last how many ever years. I kind of got used to that, so I'm kind of out of the loop with
Yeah.
kind of the controls of how like No Mercy and stuff worked. So
I used to have that on the 64. I remember it being a
Oh, yeah.
lot of fun.
Yep,
Yeah.
that and GoldenEye
All right.
were my main go-tos for
Yeah.
the 64.
Yeah. Yep.
I was a
All right.
Pokemon Stadium kind of guy.
Yeah, you said that was your first console you had. I remember you told me that, right? Am I
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
You said
Because
that. Yeah, that was.
I was sheltered as a
Mm.
child and didn't get to have fun.
The 64 is a good console.
Yeah, but I had
I remember.
nothing prior to that.
Oh, okay.
It was a very smart decision by my mother, as you can see now with how much gaming I do.
Yeah.
If I had access to that at that younger age, I don't know where I'd be in life. Yeah, because the first thing I ever ended up actually getting was a Game Boy Color.
Okay.
See, I didn't even get in on like the original Game Boys. Like I didn't get into a Game Boy Color. First game was Pokemon Yellow.
Oh, you know, the only Pokemon game I've ever played in my 46 years of roaming this planet and dodging moths was Pokemon Go.
Yeah, same.
That's
Wow.
it. Never Yeah, but I know they're very popular. They're very good apparently. Like everybody that I know that plays Pokemon games, they fucking absolutely love them. So they have to be good, right? Like they have to be, right?
That's not not entirely true, but
Yeah, that's true.
in this scenario, it's very true. But
Okay.
I feel like there are a lot of things that people just like, and you're like, this is terrible. But everybody loves it because it's terrible. Like, I don't know.
Terminator 2. Yeah, everybody loves
Yeah.
that movie. Terrible.
See, it's
Terrible
what
movie.
it is.
Cerebral.
Cerebral. Man, I need to start going back and archiving all these words and create my own language. It
You
just
do,
you go.
you do, because you've had some fantastic shit fly out of your mouth. So what have you been up to, Warren?
Just Division 2, really. Like you said, it's been a week.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that. I got my main character to level 40.
What's the level cap?
40.
Level 40.
Oh, okay. Good for you.
Yeah, but they did away with like gear score and world tiers in the latest update for year 6, season 1.
Okay.
Which I haven't even started the season stuff on it yet. It's a weird process to get used to because it doesn't work. I won't say that. I'm used to how things in Destiny work.
Yep.
So getting into a new game and then figuring out how their seasons work is always an experience for me. It was the same thing with Diablo or whatever the case may be, just how stuff works because you play one game for 10 years and it just kind of works a certain way. And then you go into a new game and they're like, yeah, just new season. And you're like, cool, I'm going to dive in. It's going to be right there, just ready for me. Like Destiny, you just start, grab your thing, boom, boom. And it's not like that. Like you have to, like I had to buy the season pass. And then in the season pass, there are like the different events that are going to happen while the season is taking place. And anytime like what they call a global event starts, you have to turn it on. So they'll start it, but like it's not on until you activate it.
Right.
So I didn't know that. So I had been playing for like a week before I had even started doing the event thing
okay, yeah.
Which was pretty cool because they use those events to kind of change how you play a little bit. Like the one I'm doing right now is called Shade Exposed.
Yep.
And basically when it's turned on, you have to make sure that enemies get their eyes on you, like that they have visual of you. And then your meter will go up. And then when it's full, you are considered exposed. And then you have to transfer it or like complete challenges. Like it'll say kill this many people with a fully charged meter, or transfer it by doing cover to cover, or transfer it by doing melees. So it's pretty cool, but you also just do like crazy damage once you disperse that energy and you just like melt people. It's pretty crazy.
It sounds fun. It sounds very, very fun.
But yeah, so like that's what you guys are missing out on right now because you're not at the
We need
max
to get
and all that in game.
juicy.
Yeah,
Get
that.
juicy on it. So yeah.
But I just been playing that, having a good time with that. And
What if I created a new character and then skipped the campaign and then went right to the
Warlords of New York?
Warlord of New York? Would they start me at a respectable enough level to be able to partake in the shenanigans?
Yeah, you would be like level 30. It would give you a bunch of gear and you could do it.
I might do that.
You won't know what the heck's going on, but
I don't know what's going on anyway. Me.
But yeah, I mean, but you can do it. But you can do that and it'll put you at level 30, give you a bunch of weapons and stuff that you can just use.
Yeah.
And then you play through that, you'll hit level 40, and then that's when you're at the end game, basically.
Okay. So yeah, that's what. Yeah, I've been doing some of that too, as you know, because you've been there. In fact, you bought me the game.
Yes.
What have I been doing? Okay, so in the week that we haven't recorded, I have done some horror related things. I did go see In a Violent Nature.
Yeah.
And I was disappointed. I didn't hate it, but I was disappointed. Only because I was disappointed in the decision to abandon the whole gimmick of the movie at the very end. And I don't understand why he made that choice as a director.
Yeah.
But that bothered me. And I did not like that. The rest of the movie's fine. Everybody keeps talking about pacing issues, but I honestly didn't really have a problem with the pacing in that movie. I actually didn't. The lack of score, while some could probably find that maybe a little boring feeling, I actually enjoyed that. I liked it. I thought it was immersive because of the lack of score.
Yeah, I mean, you could really hear the sound effects and stuff, and it kind of really built the world around it.
I agree. The acting was terrible, and the dialogue was awful. But we're talking about a very well, and a very low budget horror movie at that too. The practical effects in it were really fun. The kills were really fun, and then the abandoning of the whole gimmick at the end jarred the fuck out of me to the point that I just didn't really enjoy the last probably 15 minutes of the movie, honestly. But I've seen far worse films. And I'm glad I went and saw it. I'm glad I supported it.
I gotta ask, what did you think of the yoga chick?
I think that she achieved a new move that hasn't been named yet.
That kill was just so good.
Rad is what it was. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. There was some cool kills, man. There were some cool kills, some cool practical effects, some really good shit there. And then anyway, I revisited just for shits and grins the Fear Street trilogy on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
I marathoned all three of those in one night.
Yeah.
God, you know what? I really fucking like that trilogy.
Same.
I really do. I think it's fucking awesome, and I hope they do another one.
They are. They're doing another Fear Street movie.
Thank goodness. Yeah. I really like that trilogy a lot, and I think they fucking nailed it on that. It was so good. Some cool kills. And it's just it's just a really good story that I thought they told. I really enjoyed that movie a lot, that series a lot, that trilogy.
Yeah, I mean, with that, I was not expecting to like 1666. That one is my favorite one out of the three.
Mine too. I think that's the best one. I think the third one is the best one. I think they're all good.
Yeah.
But I'm partial to 1666 a lot. I think that's very good. I mean, since I think it's the best one in the trilogy. What a way to fucking finish a trilogy.
Yeah.
How often does that happen? How often does
Very
trilogies
few
actually end
times.
with a story? Right? Exactly. Usually you get fucking Return of the Jedi. But I don't hate Return of the Jedi by any means. I love that movie, but let's face it, it's the weakest one out of four,
Yeah.
5, and 6. Um, but yeah, really like that trilogy a whole lot. I think my second favorite one is even 1978. Or I think it's 1978 is I think it's 78.
Yep.
The camp slasher one. I think that's my second favorite one, but that's only because it's a camp slasher and
Exactly.
that's my vibe. And then I also went and I saw the Right Here Right Now Ghost concert film,
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed it. It was super fun. It was very funny. They had a lot of really cool lore things. If you follow Ghost and you know the lore of Ghost, um, like I do, you're gonna love it. It's got a lot of really fun throwbacks to to a couple of the previous Papas,
Okay.
mostly Nile, which is Cardinal Copia's dad. Um, and yeah, it was a good send off for Papa 4, and it was a blast. The concert footage was amazing, and golly, I would have loved to have been at either one of those two shows because it was filmed over the course of 2 sold out shows in LA at the Kia Sorrento Arena. What, I don't know what the fuck it's called. Some
Okay.
Kia. It's like what Kansas City would call the T-Mobile Center. It was theirs, but it's a Kia Sorrento.
Okay.
I don't know. But God, I would have loved to have been at that fucking concert, man. Either one of those two shows, because it looks like they just fucking they went out with a bang for the second leg of the Re-Imperator tour. I went to the tour. I saw the date I saw was in August and it was in St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
And it was a great concert, but man, it was like next level fucking awesome for that show in LA. But it made sense because they were shooting a fucking movie for it, so
right.
They had to go all out. They dropped a new song the day that the concert started called "The World." What the hell's it called? That's gonna bug me. I'm gonna have to look. I have to look it up because if I don't, it's gonna fester and eat at me the whole rest of the episode, and I'm not gonna be worth a shit. It is called "The Future is a Foreign Land."
Okay.
And it's like apparently, according to the lore, it was written by and performed by Papa Nile in 1969. So it's got a super fucking late 60s, early 70s vibe to the song. It's really fucking cool. I liked it a lot. So we got a brand new song, and it's going to be on the Right Here Right Now soundtrack, which I pre-ordered. But I don't even they don't even ship the motherfucker until like the end of July, man. I gotta wait a whole ass month before I get my fucking record. But oh well. The movie was badass. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I went and saw it. Being the huge Ghost fan that I am,
yeah,
I had to do that. So that's what I've been up to the past week.
Nice.
So now let's get into this discussion. Late 70s, Wes Craven. This is his technically it's his third film, but it's actually his second.
Yeah,
it's his second film. He filmed a porno
That's
in
right.
between Last House on the Left and this one that he filmed under a different name. Apparently, it's called The Fireworks Woman, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the last. We're going to talk about not the last. We'll talk about that one day. But we're going to talk about The Hills Have Eyes, man. So Warren, initial thoughts on this Wes Craven cult classic?
Not a huge fan.
Okay, that's fair. It's very
Movie
fair.
didn't really do a whole lot for me. I mean, movie about cannibals. I think that was supposed to be the big reveal. after they
Hmm.
took the baby that they like to eat people.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
but there wasn't enough happening for that reveal to be like, oh my god, oh no, right? Like it was just kind of like, oh yeah, all right, cool. Like I was more concerned about the fact that the family was just stranded. Like that seems like a bigger threat to me to this family than these people. Um,
Fair.
it just I don't know. The movie was just kind of okay.
Okay, that's fair.
Compared to some other things that we've watched, it just didn't do a whole lot for me.
Could be that a lot of movies from the 70s just don't translate well to a modern audience, because I feel like we kind of ran into that same issue when we watched Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Um, because if memory serves me correctly, Warren, you didn't really find Chainsaw to be very scary.
No, no, it wasn't. And neither
Yeah,
was this. But
right, right,
but I don't necessarily base I don't it's funny because they're supposed to be scary. But like I don't go into it like if this doesn't scare me, it's not good. Because
right. I understand
there's
that.
been
Yeah,
some that weren't scary at all, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty good movie.
yeah.
I just don't think it was a good movie.
That's fair. That's
That's
very
fair.
fair.
Like
Um, and not a lot of people really. I don't think that. I think this is definitely considered a cult classic, but for sure. But I wouldn't say that this is a universally beloved movie.
I would think
Am I?
that's
Am
a
I? Do
that's
you think I'm?
I would think that's an accurate statement because like I'm one who I love the remake of this movie. I'm not that much of a fan of the original. I mean, I watch it because I love Wes Craven's work, and I do think it does have some merit. Because I mean, it's a fairly solid film, I believe. It's just not really my cup of tea. Whereas the remake, I just absolutely loved that one. I loved what they did with that.
I
I
do
loved
too.
how they updated that and made it more modern, and that's rare with a remake,
It is.
Chainsaw was another one where I feel like I like the remake better than the original, and that doesn't happen often, with regards to remakes and whatnot. But yeah, this one, it's with this movie, I feel like it's really slow and
very
not
slow,
not in a good way. Um,
very bad.
it just feels like it drags. I feel like you could probably chop off 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes of this movie, and I think it would flow better. That's just my personal, opinion on that. But it
Right.
just feels like nothing happens for almost an hour, and then the last half an hour, everything just kind of hits the
It
fan.
happens.
Um, and I get some movies are like that. It's just I just don't feel like it works to its benefit doing it that way. But
Right.
I like for me, like I know not every movie does this and is not supposed to, right? Certain movies are trying to tell a certain type of story, but I feel like we took way too long to get to the point where the grandpa gets killed. That should have happened, I feel like, a lot sooner to set the tone for the movie because
Okay.
I felt like there was no real imminent threat even after Beauty got killed. It was just kind of creepy. It was just kind of like
Mhm.
weird. Um there was no real threat. Cause like I feel like when the one guy who knows what's going on is like trying to help you and then he gets killed and now you have nothing, I think that adds a little more tension to the situation. Um whereas he wasn't with them, but like he was still there. So it was like still somebody that kind of knew what was going on.
Mhm.
And then information was being given to them. Um but I don't know. It just like he said, it was very, very, very slow for apparently no reason. Like the build up didn't need to be that long for me to find out that they were cannibals. Because leading up to that, there was there wasn't enough, in my opinion, emphasis on the fact that they eat people to make you go, "Oh my god, I really wish somebody would figure this out because they're all gonna get eaten." It was just like, "Oh, they're gonna kill them," like, like they're. It was like that's the normal concept here. Um, Even when he tells the story about the son, like that didn't make me go, "Oh no, the family back at the house." They're like, so like, like, like if I don't know, like for instance, my opinion, if when the car had crashed, it was their fault, like they had set something up that caused them to crash, and then they like took the blonde girl because they thought she was cute and wanted to eat her, and there was the imminent threat that if nobody found her, she would be eaten. Plus the people kind of messing with them, taking stuff, trying to mess with the family. That would have been better to me than just them all complaining because it was hot and they were stranded, and then the
Yeah.
family kind of like there. The cannibal family's just kind of there. Um, even if like Ruby would have been more involved with trying to maybe warn them to leave because you don't know what's getting ready to happen to you because is the only one that kind of is compassionate.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
that would have been even better to me, and then making her impact at the end of the movie even more so because when she's ends up saving the baby, you're like, oh man, there's like no hope. Like half the family's been killed. The dad has no idea where the baby is. Here she comes because, oh, here's that callback to her compassion. She couldn't stand to see the baby get killed. And then like they do, they all walk off into the sunset. Um, but yeah, the pacing, the fact that it took forever to get to the point of why we were here just didn't land well with me.
That's very fair. Isaiah, do you remember your first experience with this movie?
You know, the first time I remember even hearing about the movie, I was probably in high school. I remember I was either in a Target or a Walmart, and I was in the movie section, obviously, being the film buff I am. And they had it playing the trailer for this movie on one of the TVs because they would just kind of loop through the different trailers for the different movies that they had on sale. And that's the first time really I had seen like the posters for it before, with Michael Berryman on it and everything, but I never really seen anything for it, never really kind of searched it out. But I saw the trailer, I got interested in it. I actually picked it up on VHS, at that point. And yeah, I watched it, and even back then I didn't really care for it, but I didn't hate it at the same time. I thought it was kind of a cool story, and I loved Wes Craven's work, so it was one I had to have because I think I picked that one up, and then I went over to Best Buy and picked up Last House on the Left at the same time. So kind of picked both of those up and did a double feature back in high school. I had my own little
Nice. Very
setup
cool.
in the garage where I had my big ass tube TV and my fucking VCR out there. So I would spend my Friday nights out there watching movies and so that was the first time I
Yeah.
had saw it. So
Okay. Okay. Oh, I think the first time I watched this movie was probably, which I've actually probably only seen this movie thrice
mm-hmm.
now. This is probably only the third time I've watched this movie. Um, I think anyway, maybe four at the most.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the first time I watched this, I was in the military. It was
Okay.
another movie night with some buddies where we went to the 24-hour video store that was right off base, and we just rented a bunch of shitty horror movies, some shitty, some classics,
Mm-hmm.
and definitely remember watching this with those buddies of mine. Um, and I remember thinking, this is okay. I don't hate it. Um, I think that it's definitely it is kind of the quintessential cult classic type movie.
Right.
It's definitely better than shit and just good enough to attract like a cult following.
Yep.
Because it's not a good movie. I just don't really think this
It's
is
not.
a
It's
good
really
movie.
not.
Does it have some redeeming qualities? Absolutely. That mustache is fucking awesome. I will forever call him Mustache. He is Mustache. The dogs, Beast is the best fucking character in the whole fucking movie.
Yep.
MVP, man.
That dog is like, we need to get shit fucking done. It's like, right? We need to fucking get shit done.
Yep.
And the dog is literally it's the MVP of the whole fucking movie.
He's the
Without
most valuable pet.
Yeah. Without that dog, this whole family
Is dead. Absolutely
fucking
dead.
Yeah, they are 1000% getting served at the next Gates barbecue fucking cook-off. Like,
Man.
it is happening. 100%.
The lack of intelligence displayed in this film.
Oh my god.
By
It's
these
ridiculous.
characters was borderline irritating for me.
It's almost insulting to the human race.
Man, like, okay, because the scene where they're in the trailer with the family and they're fighting and all these things are happening. Is her name Rebecca? Is that her name?
Don't even remember. If it's not Mustache, I don't care.
Okay, well, the blonde girl, I think her name's like Becca or Rebecca, or I'm probably just making it up. Who cares? The movie's not good.
Blondie.
She's trying to help the mother of the baby,
Miss Mustache.
Miss Mustache. Like, she slides this knife to her because the guy has a gun to her and he's like trying to kill her, and so she's like, "Here, let me slide this weapon to you," and then she tries to stab him, but he shoots her. And I'm like, why didn't you just pick it up? Well, you could have walked over to him with how involved he was with her and just stab him in the side of the neck. And then you take we win. He's dead. Come get us.
Right.
We are now, you are now a part of the horror film. We now are the killer.
We're taking your place.
Yeah, like because I can't remember exactly. I know we just watched it, but I don't remember if the mom gets shot first.
She gets shot,
and then
when she picks up the knife to try to stab him because she
no, the actual mom, like the grandmother of the baby.
No, grandma gets
she
shot.
had the broom, and I think she gets shot first, right?
Grandma does get shot first.
Yeah, so we can't save her. It's too late for her. But when you go at that point, take the knife, walk over to him, stab him in the neck, and
I mean,
and everyone.
In her air quote defense, she was just sexually assaulted, but she didn't even need to walk. She could have just crawled.
Man,
and so I kind of agree with you. But I've never been in her situation before.
Me either. But as
she 100% got her sister-in-law killed.
Yeah, 1000%. Like, I mean, you literally did that to me. You didn't even you gave me less of a fighting chance.
Yep.
Right.
Because I was fighting for my life just fine until you gave me a weapon. So then he was like, now I got to shoot her. He wasn't even going to shoot me. But now you gave me you were like, kill her. Like,
it was like, that turned her into a more of a threat. And
she was just like, anything to keep him away from me.
He was just, then she got a knife. He's like, oh, nope, no, you don't. He shot her. Yeah. She did get one stab in, though. She did get a stab, and then she got shot again for that. So, but yeah, the level or lack thereof of intelligence by a lot of these characters is almost insulting in a way.
You hit him with the bottom of the broom,
right?
You flip it around and hit him with the stick part.
Let me just brush your face with these bristles.
Yeah,
What are
you're
we
just a little
doing?
dusty. She wasn't trying to get him off. She was just angry that he was dusty and he was bringing all that dirt into the fucking
Right,
trailer.
right.
She was
like
just
a
trying to keep
like
it
a true
clean.
parent, like a
Right,
true parent.
exactly. Yeah, wasn't mad about the assault going on. Was upset he didn't close the door because they're not trying to heat the whole neighborhood. Um, but yeah, it's this isn't high on my list of Craven movies.
No.
By any means. I certainly, but to be fair, I actually I don't know that I even really enjoy Last House on the Left all that much.
Yeah,
More
that's
than this,
also kind of right around the same area for me for that
I
one.
think it's a better movie,
Mm,
but it's actually it's not an enjoyable watch.
no.
Um, it's yeah, it's a kind of a gross movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is not quite gross, borderline gross in a way.
Yeah.
But he did obviously he started to hit a stride very shortly after this because he directed well in '84 he hit gold by directing A Nightmare on Elm Street by
Yep.
writing and directing that. Before that, I think he does like a TV movie after this, and then he did Deadly Blessing, which is like a very early Sharon Stone movie.
Yep.
That I've actually watched. It's got Sharon Stone and Ernest Borgnine in it, and it's not very good. It's probably worse than this.
Oh
But he
Lord.
also then he directed Swamp Thing
Yep.
with Adrienne Barbeau, and that movie's fucking cool.
Yeah. I love that movie.
That's a cool fucking. And then he did a sequel to this because that's what this needed. But yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street. I think Nightmare on Elm Street actually came out before the sequel to this. But they both came out in
Yeah.
'84. And after Nightmare on Elm Street, it was honestly just kind of fucking a lot of really really good movies. He did The Serpent and the Rainbow and Shocker and The People Under the Stairs. Then he hit another fucking massive jackpot by directing New Nightmare. And then he directed a small film called Scream
Yep.
that changed horror, completely changed horror in the '90s. It redefined the genre, and it completely changed everything. And that's really kind of when he officially solidified himself as a master of horror filmmaking.
Yep.
Who was already on that? He was already that before, but yeah, Wes Craven, man, he was by all accounts a very sweet guy from what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
He died kind of young. Wasn't
Yeah.
very old when he passed away. He died shortly after directing Scream 4, I believe.
Couple years or something like that. Something like that.
Yeah, I think 2011 is when Scream 4 came out, and he passed away in 2015. So yeah, 4 years after that, he had passed away. But yeah, I'm glad he got to go out on a high note because Scream 4 is, in my opinion, probably third best Scream movie. In my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
it was almost the best. It was almost the fucking best one. But before that, he directed My Soul to Take.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
I don't
it's
think
not
I
so
have.
good.
I don't think I have seen that.
Yeah, we have to watch that sometime. It's not so good. It's kind of a bummer.
I've seen bits
yeah,
and pieces of it, but yeah, I've never seen the full thing.
You're not missing much. It's not super great. But yeah, you know, he was a good filmmaker. Red Eye is a good movie.
I do enjoy
even
Red
that
Eye.
even the non-horror movie, that movie Music of the Heart. That's a good movie.
Yeah,
it's a good movie, man. It's got Meryl Streep and I think Gloria Estefan in it.
I think so. Yeah,
so it's a pretty good movie. All right. Any notable scenes that you guys want to talk about, Warren? Anything other than the fantastic display of intelligence in the RV?
I mean, they set the dad on fire. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But to see his head and everything, like as they were like eating him, that was
Yeah,
pretty.
pretty gnarly.
Yeah, that was
Pretty
pretty
gnarly.
pretty rough. Obviously, uh, the scene with Beast when he's gnawing at the guy's foot and he
Yep.
tore his whole like Achilles up or whatever, like,
Yeah.
and then they showed it and I was like, yeah, that's mm, yeah. I mean, I was looking for something in this movie, but it wasn't that. Um, but yeah, I mean, that was pretty wild.
We haven't talked about what we want to force you to watch for the next episode.
Oh, we did.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. It's my pick, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Any scenes you want to talk about, Isaiah? Anything that
I mean,
percolating in there?
those were kind of the two things. The scene where Big Bob gets blown up and set on fire,
Yeah.
which honestly, in the remake, it's a little more chaotic, and that scene hits just so much harder. We definitely got to have him watch it at some point. But yeah, I mean, Beast just fucking taking names and just getting shit done where all the humans don't. So those are kind of the two highlights of the movie.
Yeah. Just kind of
The
same.
the rattlesnake thing was cool
Yeah,
too
the
at the end.
Ruby
Yeah.
coming in clutch there.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. I'm not gonna lie, Isaiah. I don't remember what movie we're supposed to force him to watch. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's in our little chat.
I've got 2 though, but we made him watch one of them already. So why don't I have that thread? Because I was trying to pull it up to remember.
Yeah, it's
The
just
suspense is killing.
it's just a couple messages back in our little Discord message thread of me and you.
Send it to me. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Were you in Discord or were you in a different thing? Because he says in
It's
the in your
Discord.
Discord chat.
Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, because obviously me and Isaiah, we talk about other shit too. That's probably why this got lost. And I've also had an awful week that Warren knows all about. I'll fill you in here afterwards, Isaiah. I have not had a good week. So we have decided on the next movie. I'm kind of excited because we haven't touched this franchise obviously yet,
Yep.
and I don't even know if we've shown you a movie that even has this guy in it yet. But he's like a fucking horror icon.
No, but I can think of a couple that we need to show him with him in it.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Same here, and it'll be fun to show him one that's obviously not in this franchise. But we're gonna start you off the way we're gonna start you off right. For our next episode, Warren, we're gonna make you watch The Evil Dead, a Sam Raimi classic, using the word classic loosely, because I think the franchise gets better on the second installment for sure, and then it peaks with the masterpiece that is Army of Darkness.
Yes, yes.
But it's got Bruce Campbell in it, and Ash Williams is one of the greatest characters in the history of horror cinema, in my opinion. He is a fucking blast. They've made TV shows about the guy with Ash versus the Evil Dead. It's a fucking good time. Warren, have you ever seen The Evil Dead?
No.
Okay. And
I have seen the new one.
Oh, so you've seen you know what? Did James make you watch that?
James made me watch. That's the new podcast coming to you YouTube now. Play.
We're going to watch as well.
Yeah. But no, yeah, but he really wanted me to go with him to go see it. So
so you saw Evil Dead Rise.
Yes, but I think this might have been right before we started or right after we started. maybe.
Yeah, I think that it was right after we started.
So it wasn't
I think at
like
that point we may not have published an episode yet because we did take like literally a year.
Yeah,
almost after
we
our first
did
episode
we
recording.
did the Exorcist
Yeah.
episode, but nothing until after that movie had come out.
almost
So
a year. Yeah, almost
Yeah.
a year.
yeah. So when I went and saw that, there was because like now I just tell people no, and I don't watch trailers because because you know I have to be able to say no. I don't want to take
Right,
content away
yeah.
from us.
So he's cutting himself off from horror unless he's watching it with me and you. That's a good fucking friend.
that is
Especially
That's a
since
good friend and a good podcast co-host, right?
I mean,
there.
but how good is it really? Because this is basically what I've been doing my whole life. So
I'm just
I've had
still
years
living
and
it.
years of practice. But you know, the problem is now though that more horror stuff pops up for me than ever before now.
Yep.
And then
Oh.
but I get caught up in like I'll be like 30 seconds into a trailer. I'm like, I need to turn this off. But like, I've become more intrigued now. Like when new trailers drop, I'm like, oh, like
that's the beginning. What you know what that is? That's the beginning of fandom.
No, that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. It's just that I have a very curious mind. So like I've seen Jeepers Creepers, and that was only because I didn't know what the hell was happening. And then I was like, well, I got to know what's going on.
Now I'm invested.
Yeah, now I'm invested. So I made it through Jeepers Creepers one day during summer vacation because I was curious.
Mm-hmm.
I was terrified for like months, but like I never wanted to be anywhere by myself. I never wanted to be near a field ever again. Like it was, scarecrows were like, I was
no.
man, I was done. I was done for months, but I was too curious.
Pearl and X.
Does that have Jenny Ortega in it?
Yeah,
X
does.
X does, and then
X has
Pearl's
Jenna
like
Ortega.
one of the newer ones, right?
Pearl is the prequel to X.
Yeah. See, I still don't know.
Probably a better movie too, in my opinion.
I
actually
really
like Pearl
enjoyed
more.
Pearl a lot.
Yeah, like
But
X
yeah.
too. But Pearl was fucking amazing.
But there's all kind of
Mia Goth is is next level. Like she
incredible.
is next level actor. She is incredible. That woman is amazing.
That monologue in Pearl.
Man. Oh my god, it's so amazing. That's the best scene in the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Not to take anything else away from the rest of the movie because that movie's fantastic.
Yep.
But that monologue, it felt like it was one take.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was.
It was.
If it was one take. That's amazing. That's just fucking amazing, actually. Oh yeah, Mia Goth is amazing. Maxine comes out later this year, I believe.
This next month.
So, next month, fantastic.
Yep.
It'll be probably very close being out by the time this episode drops.
Actually,
Well,
I think
Warren,
it'll be
you're a good
out.
friend.
I think it'll be out before this episode drops. Because I think it comes
Oh,
out
so
the
it's out now.
week of
Go
the
see
4th,
Maxine,
I think.
Well,
It's coming
yeah,
out
yeah.
soon. It's coming out soonish. Either the week of the
Warren,
4th
you're
or
a
the
good friend.
12th. So
Warren, you're a good friend. I'll say it again. All right. Yeah, anything you guys want to add other than one of us has to really, really encourage you guys to check out the YouTube videos.
Check them out. I do have okay. Check out the videos, like, share, subscribe. Isaiah works his butt off. There is oh my god, my dog. There is one. There
Parker
is
getting it in.
Parker.
He wants to be part of the podcast.
There is one movie coming out that I want to see. I don't know how we can swing this, but I actually want to see the new Strangers movie.
okay.
It's supposed to be coming out.
Strangers Chapter 2?
Whatever the fuck it's called, because I seen the first one, and that's another one that was like, I was curious at what the hell was happening.
The original Strangers with Liv Tyler?
Whatever, I don't know. Whatever came out like a long time ago. They went to a cabin and then they were messing with them. It was like a couple.
The new one's out already. We could watch that.
Yeah, I want to see that because I seen the whatever one that came out a long time ago in the theaters, and though that's one like the old school music that would play while they were doing their thing.
Yep.
It was like
Mhm.
super creepy, messed me up for months. But for whatever reason, I feel like I have to see this,
This
new
new
one.
one has the girl from Riverdale in it.
I don't know. I never watched Riverdale.
Oh, pretty cool. Yeah,
But
we can
but
watch
but
that. We can watch
yeah, but
that.
that's definitely one that you won't have to make me watch. I want to see that one.
You want to watch it.
All
I
right.
want to
See,
watch that one.
That's crazy because now he's wanting to watch horror movies.
No,
That's
just that
what he
one.
wants to
Just
do.
that one.
No,
It
this is
starts
just
with
one.
Just that
one.
one.
It starts
Just
with
that
one.
one.
Just this one. He's
that
literally
one.
he's asking us to watch a horror movie.
Like I'm not jumping at the bit to watch any of the stuff James has suggested to me. Like I'm not watching. I'm not.
His cousin
not.
James, for our viewers and listeners, is fucking wonderful. First of all, I love him to death. He's super fun. He's super funny, and he's just a sweet guy. We had a blast recently. All of us got together and we were able to celebrate Warren's birthday by doing this virtual reality thing. And James was fucking killing me the whole time. He was hilarious. But he's got the Necronomicon tattooed on him, bro. So he's like a fucking horror fan, man.
That's
and
awesome.
I fucking love him for it. Why I haven't gotten together with him to watch like horror movies is beyond me. I don't know why this hasn't happened yet. But yeah, James is super fun. So he's suggesting some like bona fide horror movies for Warren to watch. But yeah, it's great. He made him watch Evil Dead Rise in the theaters with him. That's fantastic. Love James. All right. Yes, please, guys, go watch the YouTube videos. Isaiah busts his ass on those. It takes a lot of time, and he does a very, very good job.
Don't
And
make
we
me open
super
this fucking
appreciate it.
book.
Oh, don't make him open that.
the fucking book.
No, please don't. Please don't.
He's like, I seen that shit. But thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you for the listens and the views. And with that being said, we will catch you guys on the next episode.